How to use Airtable for project management. Airtable tutorial. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how you can get started with Airtable. So let's get into it. Now, Airtable is an online tool that allows you to create a simple workflow, achieve your goals, build your campaigns, and so much more. They have also integrated AI into their tool to make it easier for you to have more smart and innovative features. Now, to get started with Airtable, simply go on to airtable.com and click on sign up for free. Once you click on sign up for free, you can sign up with your email address or continue with Google. Now, I'm just creating my account with Google over here. And once you do that, you can enter some basic information about your team, so what kind of team you are on, and this information just helps Airtable in building your setup or dashboard accordingly. Now, after that, you can enter your teammates. I'm going to skip that, and just like that, your Airtable workspace will be created. So you guys will see that on your Airtable workspace, on your bottom left, you have your templates. You also have a marketplace and the universe section. So the Airtable universe section actually leads you back to airtable.com, and they have multiple different formula playgrounds, and it's basically like a knowledge base for you to learn about Airtable. Now, as you guys can see, you can expand the sidebar, or you can also make it smaller if you're no longer using it, and then you have your home section and your workspaces. Now, on your new account, on the top right, you have your basic account info, and you have an empty workspace. So we're going to start building our first workspace on Airtable. Now you can click on start with templates, and you can explore some of the templates over here. You have marketing based templates, product and design, operations, engineering, IT and support, and all of the basic types of templates. But if you want to start from scratch, you can also do that. So these are all the different templates available. Let's say we want a project tracker. And you guys can see this is like the project tracker template, and you can just do like a brief overview of your templates. Now I'm going to click on start with template, and we are going to use the basic project tracker template. Now I'm going to click on try this template over here, and this will create our first workspace on Airtable with this particular template. Now once your workspace has been created, you guys will see a basic pop-up, and this is going to be like your first base on Airtable. Airtable usually refers to every single project that you create or every single workspace as a base. Now on the top left, you have some appearance options. I'm going to customize the colors from here a bit, and we can use these colors over here. And then you have your basic base guide, and that is it. So once you complete that, you will be able to see you have three basic sections. You have your tasks, timelines, and assignees. Then you have the overview section, and on the right, you have a dashboard section. So the dashboard section provides you with a summary over here, and you can rename or delete your dashboards. You have other tools in your dashboards as well. And then on the right, you also have some other tables that you can create. Now, in this particular template, if I click on the tasks timelines section, you guys will be able to see on the left, you have your views. So I can view all the tasks grouped by project, grouped by what people are working on, see them in a Gantt chart, as well as what tasks are still due. Now, let's say I want a basic view, so grouped by project. Now brand and refresh design, and for each task there are subtasks as well as summaries for that particular task. Now we can move towards the right to add more information, and you can click on this column over here to add more info about a task. So let's say an email needs to be associated. Let's say it's called project lead mail, and then I can create this field, and then whoever is the project lead has to enter their email address over here so they can be contacted. Now, using this template can be a bit overwhelming for certain people. So if you do want something a bit more simple, you can always get started from scratch. So if you find this to be a bit much for your basic project, you can always use the simple blank sheet to get started on Airtable, and I'll show you guys exactly how you can do that. So this is just a basic interface on Airtable. You have your basic data, then you have automations, and then you have your interfaces. So you have the kickoff, you have the execution, planning, and delayed. Now everything has been created in a simple fashion, But if you want a more customized appearance, you can click on create workspace, create a new base. So let's say this is going to be launch, and then I'm going to click on create base, and I'm going to click on start from scratch. Now once you click on start from scratch over here, you're going to find a simple little section. So over here you can get started by entering information, and you're going to edit the first field to name it to maybe your tasks like this. And then the second section, what I like to do is I'm going to delete the second field over here because I don't need a note section over here. So we're going to click on delete field. I like to keep a assignee, status, and then maybe we also want to add a revenue field. So this is like the auto number field. So if this has a particular task identity, you can add that. If they have a barcode, you can also add that. But I want a formula, and then I want to add revenue. And then you can have your formula formatted. So it could be sum. And then I want to sum maybe, 1, 2, 3, all of the particular pertinent fields could be added. Obviously, you're going to separate these with a comma like this, and then it's going to sum 1 and 2. Obviously, you're going to create your own filters with your particular formulas. But let's say we want to add a single line text, and this is going to be revenue. And on the bottom of your revenue field, you can always add, the total revenue that has been generated. And then let's say we also want to attach maybe a checkbox with this, and in your checkbox we can add tasks, mini tasks or subtasks like this, and then people can check them off if they have been completed. And once you complete this, you can see this is your basic grid view. Now, as you guys saw on our previous dashboard, you can click on add record on the bottom, and you can click on add over here to add a different view. Now, on the left, you have the same features. You can create a grid, a calendar, a gallery, or a Kanban view. And when you enter an individual task, so let's say this is initial meeting over here, I can expand that particular task to see all of the relevant information about that task. You can add statuses as well. So we have to do like this, and if you have your own custom statuses, you can always edit the field and add your own status. So let's say you have a status called stuck, and I can move this to over here, and I'm going to save it, and now I can put in stuck as a status as well. Now, once you do that, this is going to be your first table, and you can add another table in your same work base or workspace, whatever you might want to call it. And then your data can be derived from both of your workspaces. So each of your workspace is going to have different fields. Let's say this is like a task-based workspace, and then the second one is going to be goals. And you can add goals over here. And then after that, you can create a new view. So let's say a new grid. Within that same table, you can add a different grid. And then in your second grid, maybe you're going to, put in different information. You can categorize it differently as well. So you can rename your view like this, and then like so. And then if I add a task in our first grid, so this might be 1K views. Like this, you guys can see if I go into the second table over here, it's going to derive the same data because they're both present in the same base or table. Now, once you do that, you can also create gallery and Kanban views. And if you want to create a Kanban view, simply click on create on the bottom left, click on create new view, and this will create the same view from the same table over here. And then it's going to use a specific type of categorization or grouping. So let's say I want to group items by status. You can also group them by assignee, and you can create a new single select field to which you want to group your items by. The most simple way is usually to group them by the progress status. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.